normally I'll try to release a video just on Sambar, and a few years ago I come in here and I filmed a beautiful stag, not a big stag but a beautiful symmetrical stag in here. Now the reason just coming in here, just got to be careful. I've just filmed a tiger snake just over here before. There's plenty of snakes right in here. So, yeah. Now just over here is where that tiger snake was. I've got a bit of footage of it. But what I'm doing now is doing a video at the moment, because a short video, because on Saturday and Sunday we've got the Wilddeer Expo, and I'll be down there with the Leica boys at their stand. So if anyone wants to come and have a chat to me and ask me what I'm doing, go right ahead. We're just going in here a little bit. Yeah, as I said, I've seen a few deer in this area, but already filmed one tiger snake. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm just going over to where it was, and yeah, filmed a lot of deer over the years. They just love these wattle stands, and yeah, I'm trying to get this to follow me. Haven't used it for a long time, but we'll do what we can. So I'm taking one step at a time here at the moment, because it wasn't a big snake. I was lucky that it was 3 foot long, but it had bands on it. And we'll just go over here. Yeah, we're in the month of October now. Today's the 7th of October, and I have noticed a decline in stag activity a little bit. They're still wallowing, and they're still they're still wallowing, and they're still marking out. I filmed a few just of late, rubbing a couple of nice stags, and yeah, this particular area, they're not in here at the moment. They will once the blackberries start to come on. They're starting to bud off now. They're into the blackberries now, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, just not far over here, just about another 20 metres, there was a big tiger snake, and this is what you're up against. Yeah, so yeah, I'll put a short video clip together, a sequence of what we've been filming late last month. Oh shit, I thought that was it. It could be here because they're coming out in the sun at the just. As I said, it's October's a good month for the snakes, and this is, even though it's a good habitat for deer, because I love these swampy areas. There's a lagoon just over here, and then maybe 500 metres a big swamp, and that's where they are at the moment. Later on I'll try and get some footage. And yeah, we've been getting some amazing footage, and so I suppose 45 years I've been hunting, so you learn a bit over that period of time. Yeah, this here's where that tiger snake was. Yeah, I've got some close-up of stags rubbing. Phil Keith and I are actually sort of doing other things at the moment, got other priorities. We've been filming bloody native birds. Yeah, this was where he was, that tiger. He went over to the left. He's in that thick grass too. Now, as I said, just in this area, I've filmed a lot of deer over a period of years. come in here later on, as I say, when the blackberries start to ripen up. We've had 18 mil of rain in the last day or so, so the swamp is bloody full up at the moment, so they'd be looking for a bit of dry land. As I said, what I say about think like a deer. If you were a deer, what would you be doing? You don't want anyone just laying in water all day, so you're looking for a bit of dry land. Yeah, two or 3 weeks ago we were getting them laid up in the swamp grass. It's impossible to see them with the naked eye. They just tunnel through it, and yeah, still marking out. We're still seeing the odd one, but managed a couple of days ago to get a yeah, just looking for that tiger snake. Yeah, so yeah, I'll put up a small clip. Yeah, as I said, I'll be there Saturday and probably Sunday, depending on what the expo's like. So yeah, just come over for a friendly chat, and yeah, as I said, if you're following my YouTube channel, you'll see some of the yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. You'll see some of the footage, and yeah, they love this. A few months ago, this was all yellow in here, yellow flowered wattle, and I love it. Then it's still some out, not much, sort of dying off. Yeah, this over here, I've seen that snake going off. Don't mind the bigger ones, you can see them, but the smaller ones are slithering through the grass here. Yeah, no, from now on, as I said, years and years ago, I used to play golf this time of year because of the snakes. So, yeah. As I said, later on, it's a bit windy at the moment. There's a rub tree just over there too. I'm not that old. What I'll do is show you some footage of them rubbing and wading. There's still the odd hind. They're just signalling out. They're sort of what's the word for it? They're singling out the hinds a bit, but they're not. There's 3 or 4 stags. You've seen the footage I've released where there's 3 or 4 stags, and yeah, we might go back again. I'll show you roughly where this snake was. I'll switch off for a sec. Yeah, it's not the best place. Yeah, as I said, I'll be there for 2 days at the Wilddeer Expo with the Leica boys, Rick and a few of the others. So we'll come over and have a chat. We as I said, we can talk about whatever, bit about the Sambar, how I'm going about my photography with the Sambar. As I said, managed to film some beautiful heads in the last couple of months, which has been good. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Just over to my left, over here, I'll just show you a little bit. As I said, I'm just being careful here. I walked over here before because photographed a spiky just over here. And I love these little areas. I'll just show you a little bit. Yeah, well, I'm just going to be careful where I walk. It could be snaky. As I said, in the long grass, tigers blend in pretty well with banded. But I managed to film a spiky, photograph a spiky a couple of years ago, and I got a nice symmetrical stag. It was later in the year, about this time, maybe November, just about ready to cast, but he had still a good antlers on him. And I walked right up to him. You can see there where the blackberries have been eaten. As I said, there's deer tracks just in front of me there now, not that old. But, here. What attracts the snakes is the frogs. So I'm just walking down a bit of a game trail. Used to be an old wallow here, but it's sort of grown over. But just over to the just over there, amongst that Caprosma and that, there's an old scrape over there now. You can see it just on the. We might just go up and see if we can find a wallow here. I might even get honked. So be careful this. I reckon it might be a wallow like this up here. Yeah, just to, you can see it, there's a scrape just there. We'll walk up to it. There's a good scrape there, see that? Nothing of late. You go over here. Beautiful scrape. Yeah, just into the right of there, that's where I filmed a little spiky a couple of years ago and photographed. But they're not here at the moment. They're out. They're constantly moving on the go all the time. They have to. Stay in one place for long, you're bound to get shot. Yeah, we'll just go down here. There was a little calf. Missed it. Just ran across me. If I had that on, it just ran over here. So there's deer still here. I missed it. Bugger. Just ran across here. No honking. Not yet. Wish I had that on. He went over there, so he'll walk into that. Just put up a little Sambar calf. I might have got a little bit of it, I don't know. This is a good little spot for him here too. Yeah, it's got plenty of cover. Concerned about tiger snakes at the moment. Now if it's a young one here, it's got to be a female, for sure. Great, they're excellent. Great at concealment. Yes, see they get in here, you wouldn't see them. I'm just walking around videoing this at the moment. No honking, they're pretty cagey. Just trying to call. They know I'm here. Yeah, that Sam calf went straight across there. I was looking for wallows. Nothing. But I know where they are. They'll be over in the swampy area. There's a couple of nice. I should show you. There's a lot of tracks here. There's a couple of beautiful, they're fresh ones there. Just put it down there, you see them there. Okay.